This is how you ace with the Opto Air River. Hey, what is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, we're gonna be playing 9 holes with my full Trilogy bag. I did a whole video breaking down all of the discs that I've been using. I also added 4 of my own for today's video. We'll give you guys a quick in the bag. I'll be putting with the Classic Supreme Judges. I'll be doing my upshots with the Savior and the Slammer. Savior's a little glidier, so if I want something more stable, I go with the Slammer. If I want a little more glide, I go with the Savior. Throwing putters, the only other one is the Pure. I have 2 fuses. I've got the Opto Air fuse, and then I added my own Johnny McRae fuse, something a little bit more stable for when this fuse might be a little too flippy. I couldn't decide between the Trust and the Truth, so we've got both of those in the bag for now. When I want something a little more stable for backhand shots, bringing back the Fuji. Stable, but still pushes. Very useful disc, very underrated. If I want overstable forehand approach, we've got the Supreme Fugitive. For my fairway / control drivers, we've got the Escape. We've got the Honor, which is like a very stable T-Bird kind of disc. We've got the Evader. We got the Maverick and the River. Really enjoying my fairway control driver slot. Overstable, 9-speed, you guys already know, Saki Bomb Felon. If I want something more stable, then I'll go with the Royal Glory. Definitely goes a lot less far than this Felon. When I really want to flex something hard, this is probably be the one that I will go with. And then my 2 distance drivers for now, I have the Royal Rive, and for today's video, I brought back the Rakuten, the golf ball dimple 15-speed driver. I just don't have a flippy driver right now, so yeah, we got the Rakuten in the bag for today as well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to check out this bag, this is the Iceberg V3 Disc Golf Backpack. I'll put a link. You can save 20% on this in the description below. Let's get into it. All right, hole 1, 261 feet. Well, obviously going to go 2 off 1. We're going to go Saki Bomb Felon, and then we'll throw the Royal Glory so you guys can see. Royal Glory stacks right up in stability to the Saki Bomb Felon. Nice straight pushing flight, consistent fade. Perfect. And the Glory. But you can see that Glory is way more stable and needs way more flex than the Saki Bomb Felon. So they're kind of a good hand-in-hand duo. When you want something with push and you want something with dump, you have an option for both. And so far, I've really been enjoying the Classic Supreme Judge for Circle 1 and for Circle 2 putts. Really solid putter. So Trilogy, they did send me a couple drivers. They sent me the Rive and the Ballista Pro. They were so wildly overstable. I've just been using the Escape for most of my driver shots. And I think the Supreme Escape is definitely a winner from them. It's definitely my most consistently good driver. Just kind of does whatever I want it to, basically every time I throw it. Super consistent and good disc. Slammer's always good to get up and down. It's just so stable, especially on those hyzer approaches. All right, hole 3. It is time for the Rakuten to shine. That needs to go. I think that'll be good. I think it's a lot more stable than it used to be. I have to see how the Trust goes here. All right, put it inside the circle with the Trust. All right, hole 4, we need to get super right. Perfect opportunity for the Glory. Again, way more overstable than the Felon. Should be okay. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching are used to me throwing basically a ton of different brands all the time and showcasing a lot of the new brands that are coming out into the market. And don't worry, I'll still be doing that. This is probably the start of the tail end of all the dynamic discs videos, unless I get a new box of stuff from them or, you know, something suddenly changes. I plan on just going back to my normal discs and, you know, showcasing all the new brands so you guys can stay up to date on what's going on, what's new. Should you check out the new brands, everything you come used to on this channel. We're gonna get back to that soon. I just wanted to do right by Dynamic because they did send me, like I said before, almost $1,000 worth of discs. So I definitely wanted to do right by them and make enough videos to where, you know, it's worth it for them. That's the range where I really like to judge. I noticed the biggest difference just inside or just outside the circle, where I'd usually be comfortable with a step putt or I'd be struggling to get the distance on a normal putt. I feel like that judge is just a hair faster than the AVRs I'm used to, and I can really kind of punch in those longer putts. All right, hole 5, the dreaded water hole. We're gonna go with the Lucid Air Evader. As long as we hit the gap, it should have the stability at the end to fight up the hill. And get stable. I think that's absolutely parked. That's my best drive ever on this hole. And I won't be cutting ties with Trilogy completely. I still hope they send me all the new drops. I still want to get some of their more glidey, understable, and neutral distance drivers, so I can consider adding those into my lineup. And there's definitely a few discs that will still make my main bag. So I'm not gonna ditch Trilogy altogether, but I'm gonna start working them into what I've already got going on in my main bag. But until they sent me basically almost every disc they make, except for those drivers I wanted, I've had a really good opportunity to test everything, and they kind of surprised me with how good a lot of the molds actually are, especially the lightweight stuff. I've never really experienced many lightweight discs in the past, and they were really good and really fun to throw. And the lightweight discs are some of the ones that are going to actually stay in the main bag. This is by far the best drive I've ever laid down on this hole. It's always scary throwing over the water, and that's what I really like about the lightweight stuff is you can hit a gap and they stay straight for longer than most discs for me, but then they slow down faster than max weight discs, so they get more straight early and more fade late, and they also land softer than their max weight counterparts. All right, hole 6, the dreaded tunnel shot, 267 feet of just laser beam straight gauntlet. We're gonna go with the Opto Air Fuse, and then we'll compare it to the Johnny McRae Chameleon Opto X Fuse. So we'll go, I've been loving this Opto Air Fuse. It's been so good. What more do you want in a mid-range than that right there? Absolute perfection. Now I'll throw the Johnny McRae. This video is going to make me want to start throwing fuses again. And that right there is another really solid 1-2 punch. Just any stock fuse or special edition fuse compared with the lightweight fuse. You get two very different shot shapes. The lighter one is kind of staying more on those hyzer flip lines and then still a fade at the end, versus the max weight fuse tends to just continue to push straight through the entire duration of the flight. So the lighter weight one is arguably better for shot shaping, and then the max weight one is just better for throwing straight up, just consistently held lines. Hole 7 is basically scientifically designed for the Felon. So all we just gotta do is hit the gap, and the Felon will just do the rest of the work. As long as it's skipped, I think we should be parked again. I haven't thrown this yet today, so we'll give the Opto Air Pure a go. I don't think I can get it to turn that much, but it's definitely worth a try anyway, just for funsies. Oh, I did it. And on this channel, I've thrown so many weird brands, and I've done so many weird Disc Wednesdays, and I've thrown so many different discs over the years. I'm very rarely actually like surprised or intrigued by a given disc. And I think that helps when it comes to me giving you guys like an honest opinion as to if I think it's good or not good, or if it's going to suit your game or not suit your game. But it was nice throwing like a legit big, you know, contending brand with a lot of pro players on their team. I very seldom these days review like Innovadiscs, Discraft, all the big players in the game. I'm not really throwing their stuff all that often because usually my hands are full with some, you know, random new company that, you know, I'm trying to, you know, spread the word on what's kind of going on and what's new. But it has been very refreshing to throw like all new, really good discs for a couple weeks. And it definitely helped me sort of reinvigorate my enjoyment for playing disc golf and playing disc golf well. All right, this could be my best backhand ever on this hole. So hopefully we can knock this one down. That was such a good shot. Should have putted with the pure. Oh, Dill. We're gonna give the Fuji a go here, just so you guys can see the Fuji. Definitely a disc worth trying to get one if you've never thrown the Fuji. Get in! Oh, it's got that nice stable finish, but it's like stays pushing, and it's like stable and domey. So it's got that like pushing kind of glidey thing going on. That thing absolutely crushes on full power shots. All right, last hole, hole 9 at Eastway, another shorty. We got to try one last time to hit the ace. This is a hole that's been aced by basically every pro in Charlotte. We've seen Big Germ, we've seen Yuli, we've seen Paige Shue. Like everybody's come out here and aced this hole, and it's just a timeless classic. And it's you only get to play this hole when you do the short loop, which I don't do often. So when I do come around to this, I'm always excited to unload a few at it. This is how you ace with the Opto Air River. Or not. Ouch. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. That's 9 holes with a full Trilogy only bag. Unfortunately, we were unable to deliver the ace. It was a good run, turning right into the change, but just getting absolutely dead spit out of our control. But I hope you guys like the Trilogy videos. We may do some more here and there if they continue to send me discs, but it's kind of in the hands of Dynamic and Trilogy to keep getting me stuff to make videos with. Otherwise, we're gonna go back into just doing what we usually do on this channel, and that's just whatever I feel like making. Anyways, if you guys are watching Iceberg TV, save money, links in the description below, and take care.